Hi, it's Jo, founder of Jo Wise Leadership and one of Australia's leading coaches for professional leaders. I spoke at a conference last week where a few of the speakers mentioned the importance of knowing your why in their speeches. This led to conversations over lunch with a few of the participants saying that they get the importance of it, but they just don't know what their why is. So that's led to this conversation today. Now, from my experience, and trust me on this, it's worth digging a little deeper. So shall we? Many of us logically get that it's important to understand our why. It helps us bounce out of bed some days, make decisions, helps us make choices around which businesses we want to work with, how we want to work with them, and our approach each day. As we get clearer on our why or purpose, it allows us to reduce stress as well and let go because we're not focused on what is not important to us. Would it also be okay if we let go of any expectations around a perfectly crafted purpose statement in less than 5 seconds? Let's start where we are right now and allow it to build as you go. So here are my 3 practical, real tips for getting clearer on your why and letting go of the pressure and stress around it. Are you ready? Number 1, start with your lifestyle why. Most of us can connect more easily with how we want to live our lives rather than the purpose of it all at the beginning. I ran into a client of mine last week that I worked with last year at my son's karate lesson. And she was so excited to remind me of a conversation we had in a coaching session around her lifestyle why. Remember, she said, we got really clear on the days I wanted to work, the hour, the pay, how many days I wanted to work from home, because I wanted to feel like I was doing career and family well. Well, she got over 90% of what she asked for in her new role, and she's been there for 3 months now. And as she said, now she gets to work with her ambition and her family well. And that all came from a conversation about her why in a coaching session. So now's the time for you to ask yourself, what are 3 to 5 most important things in your life or life stage right now? What are you willing to compromise on or not compromise on? And write these down. Number 2, get clear on what you want to feel more often. Our why is ultimately how we want to feel in a particular way, and it's often overlooked in creating why and priorities and goals, but ultimately we want it because it makes us feel a particular way. So let's start there. Ask yourself how you want to feel more often. And number 3, think about what you can do to feel those things more often. This means you don't need to wait to feel these things when you get your next job or your boss. You can start now, today in your current role, and allow this to guide you to continue to make deliberate and positive choices along the way. For me, it looked something like this: making choices that are aligned with what was important to me and how I wanted to feel and live my life with my family. They were very strong whys for me. And this is how it all came together, just so that you've got an example. I started with my lifestyle questions that led me to I wanted to drop off and pick up my son from school a minimum of 3 days a week. I wanted to feel in my life more freedom. So the actions I took started to be around making choices around flexible working hours, setting meeting times that worked, and sometimes when it didn't, saying no. I got to feel good about what I was doing every day, and I didn't need to compromise on my son, so I got to drop the guilt. And when I didn't, I gently reminded myself why it was important to me. Another example is holidays. For me, traveling with my family each year. I wanted to feel fun and abundance. This meant earning the money to make those choices too, and to have the energy in my life to be fun. This could play out by having tough conversations about your pay, ensuring that you are earning what you deserve in your role, and energy-wise, taking care of yourself and having a good night's sleep really count. Now, I've shared some of my things that I've come up with and some of the things that my clients have experienced. Now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments below what comes up for you and what you're going to do about it. And if my message resonates with you today, you might want a copy of my 5 Techniques for Avoiding Career Burnout ebook valued at over $19. The link to get your copy is below, and I'll be in touch, or you can contact me on my website, jowiseleadership.com. See you soon.